It's been 34 years since Home Alone, I Too, first stole our hearts with booby traps, Christmas chaos, and one clever kid named Kevin. From his iconic scream to the hilarious antics of the Wet Bandits, these holiday classics have become must-watch favorites for generations. But have you ever wondered what happened to the cast behind the magic? Some have faded away from the Hollywood spotlight, and sadly, a few have passed far too soon. Let's take a closer look at where life has taken them over the years. Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister. Macaulay Culkin was born on August 26, 1980, in New York City, New York. At just 10 years old, he starred as Kevin McAllister in Home Alone, 1990, the clever and mischievous boy who defends his home from two bumbling burglars using creative traps, instantly becoming a 90s icon. He reprised the role in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992, where Kevin finds himself lost in New York City and facing off against the same duo in a hilarious showdown at the Plaza Hotel. Beyond Home Alone, Culkin impressed audiences in My Girl, 1991, as Thomas J., a sensitive boy with a severe allergy to bees, and stunned fans with a dark turn in The Good Son, 1993. Early fame made him one of the most recognizable child stars of his generation, but it also brought turbulence. He emancipated himself from his parents at age 15 to gain control of his finances, dated Mila Kunis for 8 years before they split in 2011, and now lives happily with Brenda Song, with whom he shares 2 children, their son Dakota named in memory of Culkin's late sister. He once battled addiction rumors but overcame them, shifting focus to his family and career. Now, at 45 in 2025, he occasionally appears in projects like American Horror Story, living a far more stable life than in his chaotic earlier years. Joe Pesci as Harry. Joe Pesci was born on February 9, 1943, in Newark, New Jersey. At age 47, he took on the role of Harry in Home Alone, 1990, the aggressive yet comical leader of the Wet Bandits duo who continuously falls victim to Kevin's painful but wildly entertaining traps. Pesci brought a surprising charm to the role, far removed from his usual tough guy persona. Before Home Alone, he was already famous for his role as Tommy DeVito in Goodfellas, 1990, which earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He later reunited with Martin Scorsese in The Irishman, 2019, marking a rare return to film. Turning to his personal life, Pesci married 3 times, each ending in divorce, and has 1 daughter from his first marriage. He eventually stepped away from Hollywood to prioritize family and now lives a quiet life at age 82 in 2025. Daniel Stern as Marv. Daniel Stern was born on August 23, 1957 in Bethesda, Maryland. At 33, he played Marv in Home Alone, 1990, the dim-witted and clumsy half of the Wet Bandits, whose constant run-ins with Kevin's traps made him a fan favorite. The role was a standout in Stern's comedic career, adding quirky charm to the film. Following Home Alone, Stern became known as the narrator for The Wonder Years, 1988 to 1993, his warm, nostalgic voice adding emotional depth to the series. Shifting gears to his personal journey, Stern married Lore Matos and raised 3 children, though their family life faced serious challenges. His son, Henry, battled a major health issue that led Stern to pause his career and focus on home. Now, at 68 in 2025, he enjoys a peaceful life centered on art and sculpture and occasionally appears in shows like For All Mankind. Catherine O'Hara as Kate McAllister. Catherine O'Hara was born on March 4, 1954, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. At age 36, she portrayed Kate McAllister in Home Alone, 1990, the loving yet frantic mother determined to reunite with her son Kevin after accidentally leaving him behind, delivering warmth and subtle humor to the role. She returned for Home Alone 2, 1992, further highlighting the strong bond between mother and son amid chaotic circumstances. Prior to that, O'Hara shined as Delia in Beetlejuice, 1988, and more recently captivated audiences as Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek, 2015-2020, earning an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress. Her career is a testament to her comedic brilliance. Beyond the spotlight, O'Hara has been married to Bo Welch since 1992 and has 2 sons, Matthew and Luke, always prioritizing family over fame. However, not every chapter has been joyful. She endured the heartbreaking loss of her brother to cancer, a deep emotional blow. Now 71 in 2025, she continues to thrive, recently appearing in The Last of Us Season 2. John Hurd as Peter McAllister. John Hurd was born on March 7, 1946, in Washington, D.C. At 44, he portrayed Peter McAllister in Home Alone, 1990, the kind but often distracted father more caught up in work than family, providing a humorous contrast to Kate. He reprised the role in Home Alone 2, 1992, remaining a key part of the McAllister family dynamic. Hurd's career spanned decades with numerous memorable supporting roles. But his personal life told a different story. He was married 3 times and had 3 children, though his relationships were rocky, particularly a contentious custody battle with actress Melissa Leo that impacted his public image. Sadly, he passed away from a heart attack at age 71 on July 21, 2017 in Palo Alto, California. Angela Goethals as Linnie McAllister. Angela Goethals was born on May 20, 1977, in New York City, New York. At 13, she played Linnie McAllister in Home Alone, 1990, Kevin's sharp-tongued older sister known for her classic teen sarcasm, adding to the film's chaotic yet endearing family dynamic. The role was a promising debut that introduced her to a wide audience. Angela later appeared in Jerry Maguire, 1996, as Kathy Sanders, a memorable supporting character, and voiced a role in Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, 2005, showcasing her versatility. Still, she chose to pursue academics at Vassar College rather than chase Hollywood fame. Turning to her personal story, Angela married writer Russell Soder, and they have 2 children. Her life took a profound turn after the sudden death of her father, a loss that reshaped her priorities and led her to leave acting behind to focus on her family. Now 48 in 2025, she occasionally performs in local theater and finds joy in a quiet life far from the limelight. Brenda Fricker as the Pigeon Lady. Brenda Fricker was born on February 17, 1945, in Dublin, Ireland. At 47, she took on the role of the Pigeon Lady in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992, a lonely woman living among pigeons who connects with Kevin in a touching moment amidst the cold city, bringing warmth and emotional depth to the film. This role became a gentle highlight in her already remarkable career. Before landing such a meaningful part, Fricker had already made her mark as Bridget Brown in My Left Foot, 1989, earning an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, and appeared as Ethel Twitty in A Time to Kill, 1996. Her talent left a lasting impression on both film and stage. Behind all the success, Fricker's life wasn't always easy. She went through a turbulent marriage that ended in divorce, had a son, and battled depression, especially after losing close friends in the industry. At 80 in 2025, she returned in ITV's Holding, still burning with passion for acting, though she chose to live a life away from the spotlight. Kieran Culkin as Fuller McAllister. Kieran Culkin was born on September 30, 1982, in New York City, New York. At just 8 years old, he played Fuller McAllister in Home Alone, 1990, the mischievous cousin with a love for Pepsi and a bedwetting habit, delivering sweet, light-hearted moments in the bustling McAllister household. Though a small part, it was a stepping stone toward an impressive career. Kieran truly came into his own as Roman Roy in Succession, 2018 to 2023, winning multiple prestigious awards including an Emmy, and turned heads in Igby Goes Down, 2002, with his portrayal of a rebellious teen. He successfully stepped out from the shadow of his brother Macaulay and made a name for himself. Diving into his personal world, Kieran married Jazz Charton in 2013 and has no children. Not long after, he was deeply affected by the tragic loss of his sister Dakota in a car accident in 2008, a heartbreak that left a lasting impact. At 43 in 2025, he remains a standout talent in Hollywood, living a private but accomplished life. Devin Ratray as Buzz McAllister. Devin Ratray was born on January 11, 1977, in New York City, New York. At 13, he portrayed Buzz McAllister in Home Alone, 1990. The cocky older brother who bullied Kevin with arrogant quips, serving as the source of much of the film's comic tension. He reprised the role in Home Alone 2, 1992, solidifying Buzz as a memorable and irksome character. Ratray also appeared in The Prince and Me, 2004, as Scotty, and had a minor role in Nebraska, 2013, though his career often leaned toward bully-type roles. However, his personal journey takes a darker turn. Ratray has never been married and tends to keep a low profile, but recently faced legal troubles involving a 2021 domestic violence allegation, which took a toll on both his mental health and career. At 48 in 2025, he still occasionally acts in smaller projects and attends fan events, but personal struggles have made his path more difficult than ever. John Candy as Gus Pollinsky. John Candy was born on October 31, 1950, in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. At 40, he brought Gus Pollinsky to life in Home Alone, 1990, the kind-hearted polka king of the Midwest, who helps Kate reunite with Kevin, delivering warmth and trademark humor. The role lit up the screen thanks to Candy's natural charm. He had already gained fame with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, 1987, and Uncle Buck, 1989, becoming an icon of 80s comedy. Off-screen, Candy married Rosemary Margaret Hobor in 1979 and had 2 children, Jennifer and Christopher, but he struggled with weight and the pressures of fame, which ultimately led to his sudden death from a heart attack at 43 on March 4, 1994, in Durango, Mexico. Roberts Blossom as Old Man Marley. Roberts Blossom was born on March 25, 1924, in New Haven, Connecticut. At 66, he played Old Man Marley in Home Alone, 1990, the mysterious but kind neighbor who ends up being the hero that helps Kevin, bringing a heartwarming conclusion to the story. The role perfectly used Blossom's quirky appearance and quiet depth. Before stepping into this part, he had also appeared in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977, and Christine, 1983. Often portraying eccentric characters. Turning to his private world, Blossom married twice, lived a solitary life, and had a deep love for poetry and nature. He lost a daughter to cancer and passed away at 87 on July 8, 2011, in Santa Monica, California, due to declining health, leaving behind a subtle yet unforgettable legacy. Gerry Bamman as Uncle Frank. Gerry Bamman was born on September 18, 1941, in Independence, Kansas. At the age of 49, he portrayed Uncle Frank in Home Alone, 1990, the stingy and sarcastic uncle whose biting humor, like refusing to pay for pizza and throwing jabs at Kevin, added an extra layer of color to the McAllister family. He reprised the role in Home Alone 2, 1992, with the same delightfully annoying charm. During the time he was filming the second movie, Bamman was also making waves on Broadway with several notable stage performances, and he appeared in The Bodyguard, 1992, in a small supporting role. His career has been a testament to his dedication to the performing arts. Looking at his life off-screen, Bamman went through a painful divorce before Home Alone, has one son, but their relationship has been strained due to his deep focus on his career. At 84 in 2025, he remains active in theater and television, mentoring young actors in New York. Senta Moses as Tracy McAllister. Senta Moses was born on August 8, 1973, in Elmhurst, Illinois. At 17, she played Tracy McAllister in Home Alone, 1990. Kevin's cousin, with a small role that still helped create the chaotic, crowded family dynamic so essential to the movie's Christmas spirit. This role marked the beginning of her career in the entertainment industry. Moses went on to appear in Beakman's World, 1992 to 1997, as Phoebe and starred in numerous independent films, while also becoming an outspoken advocate for actors' and writers' rights. Beyond the camera, Moses has never married, has no children, and lost her father during her teenage years, a major life event that helped shape her resilience. At 52 in 2025, she continues acting and fighting for fairness in the entertainment world, living a meaningful life away from the spotlight. Hilary Wolf as Megan McAllister. Hilary Wolf was born on February 7, 1977, in Chicago, Illinois. At 13, she played Megan McAllister in Home Alone, 1990, the practical older sister who occasionally got annoyed with Kevin, offering a calm contrast to the McAllister family's chaos and highlighting the emotional ties within the household. This role was an early highlight before she shifted her focus to judo. Wolf also starred in Big Girls Don't Cry, They Get Even, 1992, as Johanna, but her biggest accomplishments came as a U.S. Olympic judoka, competing in both the 1996 and 2000 games, a proud pivot in her life. However, despite that remarkable career, her life took an unexpected turn. She went through a divorce before finding happiness with her current husband, has 2 children, and once suffered a severe injury that nearly ended her judo journey. At 48 in 2025, Wolf lives far from Hollywood, dedicating her time to coaching young judokas and enjoying a peaceful family life. Tim Curry as the Concierge. Tim Curry was born on April 19, 1946, in Grappenhall, Cheshire, England. At 46, he played the Concierge in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992. The snooty hotel employee suspicious of Kevin, delivering comedic moments as he tried to catch the boy in the act. The role showcased Curry's distinct charm in a supporting part. 3 years after this performance, he rose to greater fame with his iconic portrayal of Dr. Frank-N-Furter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975, and the terrifying Pennywise in It, 1990, both unforgettable characters. Looking beyond the spotlight, Curry has never married but had several long-term relationships. He suffered a stroke in 2012, which left him using a wheelchair, yet he continued his voice acting work with resilience. At 79 in 2025, he remains an inspiration with his patience and passion for the arts. Michael C. Maronna as Jeff McAllister. Michael C. Maronna was born on September 27, 1977, in Brooklyn, New York. At 13, he played Jeff McAllister in Home Alone, 1990. The mischievous older brother who liked teasing Kevin, helping to portray the humorous and relatable sibling rivalry within the McAllister clan. This role kick-started his career in the 90s. Maronna later gained fame as Big Pete in Nickelodeon's hit series The Adventures of Pete and Pete, 1993 to 1996, and appeared in other small roles before shifting careers to become an on-set electrician. As his story unfolds, Maronna has never married, has no children, and leads a quiet life away from the pressures of fame. At 48 in 2025, he's content working behind the scenes, occasionally mentoring young actors and enjoying a life of freedom outside the limelight. Eddie Bracken as Mr. Duncan. Eddie Bracken was born on February 7, 1915 in Astoria, Queens, New York. At 80, he played Mr. Duncan in Home Alone, Too Lost in New York, 1992, the generous toy store owner who helped Kevin bringing warmth and holiday spirit to the film. This role was a late career highlight in his long and storied journey. Bracken was best known for The Miracle of Morgan's Creek, 1944, and his comedic vaudeville roles, becoming a symbol of Hollywood's golden age. In his personal life, Bracken was married to his devoted wife, suffered the loss of a child, a profound sorrow, and passed away at 87 on November 14, 2002, in Glenwood, New Jersey, due to complications following cervical disc surgery. And there you have it. Some heartwarming, surprising, and bittersweet updates on the unforgettable cast of Home Alone I and II. Whether they stayed in the spotlight or stepped away, they've all left a lasting mark on a holiday classic we'll never forget. Which cast member's journey surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more nostalgic throwbacks. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.